I don't know. I'll deal with it, I guess.
Jason said, okay, 5 minutes.
Yes.
I can see your messages now.
Yeah, I don't like that part. I may take this other iPad that I have over here
And make it like a...
and just create an account for it as far as an iCloud account goes for FaceTiming stuff.
So this is FaceTime, right?
Yes.
Not Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, this is an Apple. This is Apple's priority thing. Anyway. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and Randy is available.
I am here.
I'm trying to do a new intro every day.
Every
Every time we record, I want to do a new intro.
I mean, why not? Might as well change it up after 3 years.
Yeah. Every single...
Are we almost 4 years?
We're getting close.
Jeez.
I know. We got to be getting close.
I've got breaking news. Two major things. News breaks. News is breaking.
Your back
today
is broken.
Well, that. No, like international news for this first one.
Oh, shit.
What'd you do? Are you trying to record?
I'm just messing around.
You're
What?
an equal sign on my screen now.
Oh,
And it's all blurry.
that's fine.
First one, Tom Brady is retiring.
So is Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. He should have retired a long time ago. I think Tom Brady could have played a few more seasons.
Probably, but
I mean...
Tom's just mad he got hit in the lip, and
he's done.
he's being a sissy about it.
He's like, that wasn't nice, guys.
Where's the foul at? I need a foul.
The second one, last night, did you notice? I just saw this. This is more local or regional news based to Ohio.
Okay.
There was an earthquake in Central Ohio. Did you feel it?
Nope.
Because I did.
Did you fall down?
I did. Yeah. So
That's why you're walking like a gimp.
I went out last night with GW and
Did
a
you
couple
slip
other
on
friends.
ice?
And we went to Meister's. You ever been to Meister's?
I don't even know what that is, other than it's
It's in Grandview.
that's maestro and miser. Never mind. I'm putting two words together to make another word.
We've never done that.
No.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place. So we went there and had a couple drinks and ordered a Chicago-style deep dish lasagna. Really good pizza, by the way, or whatever you want to call Chicago-style.
Casserole.
That's fine. Great casserole. It looked like a pool of pizza sauce because the sauce is all on top.
Yeah. It's
So
I don't know. I'm so up in the air about Chicago style pizza.
yeah,
Like
it was really good, but it's like not my favorite style. But that one was amazing. So we got the pizza. Some friends showed up, and basically G's been through some stuff and needs to unwind, so we took him out.
Right.
And he proceeded to leave that pizza there in the bathroom. And we get home. I drop him off. I go and talk to Chris for a while. I drive home, and I get home at like 1:30-ish, 1:45. And I've got
That
the
is
box.
so late. I've already been in bed for like 3 hours.
It was late. If it wasn't for G needing a guy's night out, I would not have been out. So so I've got my phone, my work phone, the box of leftover pizza, all in my passenger seat of my truck. So I get out of my truck, go around the passenger side to open the door, and next thing I know, I slammed. It was like Bruce Lee took my legs out from under me. I went down hard. I remember tucking my chin like I learned in Krav, and I didn't, like, I laid there for a second in the dark on ice, kind of assessing the situation and seeing if I was dead yet. And I looked up and I didn't see Jesus. I saw a tree. So I knew I was still alive. And then I did this thing where it was like, okay, what hurts? Did you puncture a lung or anything?
And you did not.
I did not. Once I realized I wasn't dead, I started laughing. So I scream on my big butt back up to my feet on the ice, get my crap, and slowly make my way inside. I woke up this morning. I've got abrasions on my palm. It hurts to close my left hand. My left wrist hurts, not for reasons you're thinking. My elbow's bruised.
I'm thinking you fell and probably...
I've got bruises on my thigh. Like,
now that...
my back is wrecked. So yeah, when I got here and saw your unplowed driveway and little parking pad by your garage, I was just like, baby steps, Bob, baby steps. So yeah, that I am hurting. You're right, and you did guess right. I did fall on ice.
I'm not surprised.
Hard. I've not fallen on ice in years, and I was doing good all night last night. until it's time to go inside. So I'm driving here, and I get here and realize I usually steer with my left hand because I used to have to shift a vehicle, so it just became habit.
Right.
I get here and go to get out of the truck, and my left hand and wrist are just like throbbing because I've been moving it and turning the whole way here. So yeah, it's I don't know, it's probably sprained or something, but whatever.
Well, at least you're okay, buddy.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well,
this old fashioned will help.
I know. So I made you an old fashioned just because you come
Hobbling in.
I was gonna say waddling in, but you weren't even waddling. You were like it was
I
like
was shuffling.
It was every day I'm shuffling. Yeah, it was. You look like a hot mess.
I feel like a hot mess
coming in here. So I'm like, you want a whiskey?
I'm hobbling around like Tiny Tim, except not the tiny part.
Tell me how that is, because I haven't. I mean, I had a drink on the 23rd, but that was the last time I've had anything so far, and as of lately, I haven't been drinking again, and I won't be drinking until at least the 4th.
Yeah,
which kind of sucks.
4th of March, right?
4th of March, 4th of July, the 8th of November.
remember. Yeah, no, it's good. It's a ginger infused Virgil cane.
It's not ginger infused.
Or ginger, whatever.
It's ginger flavored.
Whatever it is.
Ginger bourbon.
It's the Virgil cane ginger that I love.
Yeah.
It tastes great.
Good.
As always, yeah. It tastes really good.
I am glad you enjoy that.
Man, even my muscles hurt.
Well, yeah, you fell down.
I didn't just fall. I slammed. It looked like old school, like 80s, 90s WWE big. Who's the real big dude? Like it was like
tsunami.
It was like
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant somehow got lifted overhead and slammed. Like I ate it. I did think afterwards. I kind of felt my head, like my head didn't hurt, and I realized I instinctively tucked my chin, like we were taught in Krav, and I did for so many years. I was like, well, at least I know I protected my dome.
So you did a thing that you were taught to do.
Yeah. And then I taught others to do.
And then you taught others.
Like when you go down, tuck your chin so you don't slam your head.
Yeah.
Don't try and stop yourself with your arm or wrist, which I fell. The way I slid and fell, I fell to my left side. So I think that's what jacked up my left arm.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I didn't do the full like tuck and roll break fall. But overall, though, yeah, it is funny because it's like 1:45 in the morning. I'm laying out and who knows, like 4-degree temperatures on ice, just laughing. And I'm in my T-shirt.
Parsons Avenue on the hilltop.
Right. So,
because Parsons Avenue and the Hilltop are
the
exact same place.
Yeah. Same exact part of town.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm other than that, though, man, work's been busy.
Good.
Yeah.
No?
Okay. Not good, not bad. Just, it's
a thing.
Yeah. It's something I do.
It's just been a thing.
Yeah, it's been a thing. That's right. Take it a day at a time. A lot of emergencies with all this cold weather.
Right.
So.
Well, it is a blistering 15 degrees outside today.
Yeah, and with wind chill, it's like 7.
Stupid. I fucking hate living here. I seriously hate living in Ohio. Like, it is the worst. And, Mr. Jason Jannetti.
Oh, I got to hit the green arrow, don't I?
I already got him.
There he is.
Look at him.
Hey.
What's up? Hold on, I got something.
Uh-oh.
I just got to remember which one it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, not that one.
You got a laugh track.
Oh, hold on. Nope. No. We had Jason here. There it is.
Oh, that's the right one.
That's the right one.
Martelle got a new toy.
I did. I like it.
Oh, I heard.
I like it. Well, we might as well hit the 4th one.
Can you hear Jason okay? He's kind of quiet in my headphones.
I'm turning the volume up. Can you hear him now?
That's where you talk, Jason.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, man. What's up, man?
Not too much.
How you enjoying all the snow and ice?
Oh, yeah. It's great.
It's fantastic.
It's a little chilly in the morning, but that's about it, man. It's already starting to get warm.
I don't want to hear it.
I was going to say, what's chilly there?
Yeah.
40.
15.
That's still, I'm still going out in T-shirt and shorts in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pretty much do every morning. It's T-shirt, jeans. I have a hoodie in the truck just in case. Wind's blowing pretty good, but it's really not. It never really gets bad. It's, I guess you pay for it with the super hot summers, but it's really never bad here as far as the cold goes, at least. It's kind of welcome, actually, but.
I really need to move there.
I was gonna say I would love winters there, which actually, what year is it? 2022. I think it's 7 years ago was when I was in the desert. Like 2 days, I was wrapping up
in the winter.
In the winter, and it was
Eating
beautiful.
Scorpions and rats,
spiders,
ugh,
and centipedes.
that's gross. That's so
But yeah, it
gross.
was like 70,
See,
no humidity. Like it was perfect.
I can deal with that. I can. Take
But I
that
would
year
not
round.
go out and do that in the summer. I would die.
I would.
No, it definitely sucks in the summer.
Yeah.
Big time. Because you're just smoked, but
I'm a lizard. I would love it.
Just go lay on a rock all day.
That's what lizards do.
That's why I said it.
Lay by a pool all day. You get a little too hot, roll into the water, roll back out.
See, if I go near water, people roll me in because they think I'm supposed to.
Beached whale.
Yeah.
be in
Like
there.
he's going to die. Roll him in.
But so what's going on with you, Jason?
Nothing. It's been pretty chill. Just
Yeah.
work a little bit and come home, and that's about it.
Nice. Hey, I called
Nothing
Jason.
really exciting.
I called Jason the other day to test out this new equipment, and we were talking, and I got to stare at Jason's crotch the entire time. It was awesome.
That's what's up.
He was wiring up some
Yeah.
pull stuff, and so like the phone was just like right there. It was the best.
That's good
It
podcasting.
was deliberate. Yeah.
Did you end up getting that haircut?
No, not yet. I still have all of it.
Oh, look at
Supposed
that.
to be in a couple days.
That's
It's-
glorious.
I know. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't remember whose idea it was, if it was mine or Andrea's, but I figured I would try. But I don't know. It's probably going to be cool for now, and then as soon as it gets super hot, I'll want to shave it all off.
Yeah.
Maybe
But I don't know. We'll see.
shave the sides. Do the whole like. They're not really around anymore. Those people that did things ironically on purpose.
Democrats?
Millennials.
Oh.
Millennials, yeah.
No, it was I can't remember what the hell they were called. They always wore lumberjack shit and
Hipsters?
hipsters.
Oh,
That's-
hipsters, yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
more a man bun thing.
Well, that's what it morphed into.
You didn't say flannel. They wore lumberjack shit.
They wore lumberjack shit. Well, because they would wear boots and pants and stirrups and plaid or flannels and had ridiculous haircuts that just.
You're a grumpy old white guy.
Oh no, for sure. I'm totally a grumpy old white guy. I mean, I've earned that. I've lived this long.
Yep.
That's called old white guy privilege.
Oh. I want to know yet. I'm still young and virile.
Yeah.
I'm in the best shape of my life.
Although you look older than myself.
I feel older than yourself.
You missed the part where Randy fell down
Oh, nice.
and caused a registration on the Richter scale.
Yeah, I asked him if he noticed an earthquake at about 1:30 this morning because
I was asleep.
I went out with some buddies, got home, went to the passenger side to get a box of leftover pizza and all my crap, my coat and everything. Opened the door, and next thing I know, I'm hitting the ground hard.
On ice?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was Randy on ice.
Randy does not sell as many
done
tickets
that a
as you'd
few
think. Not the draw that Disney brings in. I don't know why. It got to, like I hit hard. I realized I tucked my chin. I was telling him like I tucked my chin like I used to teach people to do break falls and crap.
Yeah.
I didn't know until afterwards when I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I didn't hit my head. Kind of assessing my situation, looking up at tree branches, laying on ice, in a T-shirt. I hadn't even put my coat on because I don't like driving with a bunch of layers on.
Yeah.
And then I just started laughing.
You
And,
drive with a bunch of layers on anyway.
Yeah, that's natural layers. That's why I don't want to add more. I got built-in insulation. I don't need to put more on top of it.
You'll be fine.
But yeah, and then I get to Martelle's and like nothing salted or shoveled or nothing.
I
was
live
like,
in the country. Why would I do any
literally,
of that?
he comes out and he sees how I'm walking, and first he tries to close the garage door on me, which I was right by the sensor, so I tripped that. And then he went, "What happened to you?" I said, "I'll talk about it when we record." He goes, "You fell on ice, didn't you?"
I
Son
knew,
of a-
just by the way you're walking, I can
So
tell.
yeah, I'm hobbling, I'm hurting, but
So Jason,
Yes.
you are getting adventurous here.
I don't know.
And he has gone out to purchase several different bottles of whiskey at this point.
Yeah.
we've
So
converted him.
He's
Converted, yeah.
he's on a journey and an adventure through whiskey. So what you bought the Roadstock Rye recently and tried it. What'd you think of it?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I could give you an accurate thing. I only had a little bit of it, I think, when I very first, because Andre has been making me, because I mainly just have been using them to make like whiskey sours. Well, I don't make them, Andre makes them, but
Right.
I don't know. I think the one of the three that I've had so far, because I started with that Buffalo Trace, and then that Maker's 46, the cask strength, I guess.
Those are good.
That one, I think of the three, I actually like the Maker's one the best so far. But it's not like any of them were bad. They were just like that one seemed a little smoother, I guess.
Right.
The Roadstock one is really good, but it was definitely a little bit different than the other two. And then I bought that Angel's Envy the other day, but it's just sitting up there. Like, I've just been kind of waiting.
Okay.
Going through a bottle, and then, but I don't remember exactly what it tasted like by itself. But I don't know. It's been kind of cool to try the different ones and just kind of see what they're like. You can definitely tell a difference. So,
and the more you try, and the more experience you have with them, I used to call BS when people saying, my palate is better than it used to be, or my palate's better than this person. I'm like, shut up. You just taste what you taste. Well, then we were with the Bourbon Hunters podcast, doing a bunch of samples of different Angel's Envy. And as they're asking for different notes and stuff, I noticed, like, I expected from the other guys, they've had more experience than me. Like, Martelle got me into whiskey and bourbon by and large.
That's what I do.
And I found myself
people down the wrong path.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I'm broke and single and don't know where my family is. But it was cool to me because they'd be talking about, what tasting notes you get, and somebody'd say, I get a little bit of vanilla, and I get a little bit of a charred oak, or this or that. And then, like, a couple times, like, one I did was like a spiced apple thing. And then once dude would read it, he'd be like, you should get tasting notes of, and this is by the people that make it. And every time I got one right, I was like, my palate has changed. It's grown.
It was a fist pump. He's like, yes.
Yeah, we all did. Every time somebody got one right, like, point.
Yeah.
Because Martell did too. He was picking stuff out that others weren't, and I was like, we should keep score. But yeah, you will, your taste will change. And we've said it before, some of those bottles you open and try, and if you let them sit for 3 to 6 months, let them oxidize a little.
Not even that long. Just weeks.
Yeah,
just
2
whatever. Weeks will change it.
And you'll find it can change the taste. So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's neat, and it is pretty wild, like how that stuff's supposed to taste or whatever their intentions were. Because I think Martell, I showed you that magazine that Andrea found. She gave it to me. I can't remember what the hell it's called, whiskey something.
Yeah,
but it had like all this stuff in it. I don't remember what it is.
Whiskey Journal or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. But it's like I'm reading like all these different bottles and all this stuff, and like they tell you what it's supposed to be, and like some of it's like the wildest shit I would have never thought.
Oh well, so well, that's why I asked you about that Roadstock Rye from Whistle Pig, is because one of the tasting notes they have on there is raspberry jam. Mm-hmm. And the first time we tried it, it was like heavy notes of raspberry jam. I was like, holy shit.
I'll have to try it again just without the other stuff in there, because I'm just so used to having them mixed as a sour that I don't know if I'm sure some of that probably, I don't want to say takes away from it, but it's like you're not getting like the actual, just the whiskey itself.
No. You're definitely changing it.
Yeah.
I say you do that with Blanton's just to piss off everybody on the planet.
Yeah, you definitely gotta...
I like when you guys talk about that kind of stuff, I'm definitely the person that would just get, even if it was an incredibly expensive bottle, and mix it with something. I don't give a shit.
I mean, that's where I'm at. Yeah. That's what I like to do. I like to just take,
really, it's what I've been looking for. It's just like, let's get that one and see what that tastes like as whiskey sour.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. Like, I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that either. Like, I love to see, there's one, and I don't know if he's actually pouring Pappy out of it or not, but one of the guys on Instagram will pour Pappy Van Winkle, which is, it's $1,000+ bottle, and he's just like, here's some Coke and some Pappy, and it goes. Yeah. But
I would
totally do it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if I get a chance to go out and see my buddy Bobby in Indiana, I'm taking a can of Coke with me. That way I have it. Because I know he's got...
Do they not have Coke in Indiana?
Well, no, I just want to make sure. He's not going to have it at his house.
Oh, okay.
Because he's...
Why not just buy one at like a gas station on the way to his house?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to take one to his house.
Okay. Thought you meant like buy one here, wrap it up, pack it in your suitcase. Like,
That's
Take
the
it on
most
the plane.
absurd thing I've
put a
ever
leash
heard.
on it and walk it out to your truck.
I'm doing that now.
You should put it in a pet carrier.
I'm going to get one. Remember the leash that used to have it was already pre-bent and then had the muzzle on it? It's like you were walking an invisible dog. I'm going to get one of those and just put a Coke can in it.
It's my emotional support Coke.
Yeah. I'm just like, I should do that next time I get on a plane.
That would be funny.
Son of a bitch.
Sir, no liquids. It's not a liquid.
It's not a well, I'm like, that's actually my emotional support can. It's living.
It's fine.
I mean, you can kind of claim almost anything these days. So I don't think somebody's probably done it.
Oh, I'm sure. What was it? The most recent one I saw, which it's been quite a while ago, someone had a goat on a plane. Like a little pygmy goat.
That's awesome.
The ones that jump around. Yeah.
The ones they do goat yoga with.
Yeah.
There's goat yoga.
Yes, there is.
First off, why? Secondly, who failed to name it Yo-Goat?
I don't know. Maybe
Missed
someone out there
opportunity.
did name it that. And two, I don't know, because someone said, hey, goats like to climb on people, and these people are going to be crawling around on their toes and elbows. So
Just toes and elbows.
that's all yoga is, toes and elbows.
They're on their toes like you'd see in like the old Looney Tunes where it's like,
That's exactly what it is. It's toes and elbows. Depending on which yoga class I go to, it's nothing but up dog and down dog and plank holds, and the other one is...
and it's always with a male instructor. Weird.
No, it's always female instructors.
All right, welcome back to yoga. We're going to do downward dog again. Everybody face away from me and go.
But, yeah, I don't know.
I don't have...
I just completely lost track of everything I was talking about.
I mean,
Oh, weird.
It's par for the course.
Emotional support can.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
completely formatted my brain.
reformatted, you mean?
Start
Erased.
over. Hey, welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast.
Let's reboot. Did you try turning it off and back on again?
No, I unplugged it completely.
It's dead.
There's no batteries or anything left. Oh, shit.
Did you plan anything to talk about, or did you just say we're going to have Jason and that's
I
it?
just said we're going to have Jason.
So you got to carry the show,
Because
Jason.
I was at a kid's
man.
basketball game this morning. Well, this afternoon at 1 o'clock, Harley's basketball game started. And watching little kids play basketball is like watching little kids play soccer. So it's just a...
Great analogy.
Hold on. It's just a bunch of kids following the same ball all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the point in soccer, though.
Well, maybe, but in basketball, that's not really the point. But then you have a coach who stands on the sideline and she's yelling like code words for
Right, trying to set up
setups.
plays.
Trying to set up plays. Well, there's only 3 plays that they have. They have Peanut, which is go to the top. They have Buckeye, which is press, and they have Alabama, cross the
Which
middle.
is marry your sibling.
No.
Oh.
Cross the middle. So every game, it is nothing. All you hear is, Alabama! 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 And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Like they're 8. They have no clue what you're talking about.
No idea. I mean, you may have gone through this in practice with them, but you can sit and scream Alabama all you want. I would figure after the second time you yell Alabama, they're not going to get it. They're not doing it. Even
I would be so
They
tempted
probably don't
to.
hear it anyway.
Well,
Because,
you're right.
I guess maybe.
Can't focus.
They don't. I'm sure they're not hearing it. And I was talking to Harley about it because Harley usually is the one who takes the ball out. She's point guard. She throws the ball out and then she runs ahead. Well, she gets the ball. She slams her hand into the ball. She's like, Alabama! And then she passes it out and takes off. And I'm like, why? She's like, because that's what the coach said to do. I'm like, did it work?
Alabama, I can hear you downstairs.
Yes. It's because I went back like this and was screaming Alabama.
Oh man, Liz just came
Alabama!
Liz just came in the studio and said, "I can hear you yelling Alabama downstairs."
I know.
Oh man. Oh hey, you weren't home. Hey, welcome home.
Hi, bye.
Hi, Jason.
Hey.
He said hey. He said hey.
Hey.
But yeah, so she's...
I would be so tempted to go full Forrest Gump if I was in the stands. She'd yell Alabama, and I'd be like, Greenbow, Alabama!
I didn't think
Every
about that.
time.
I didn't think about it. I usually just yell straight at Harley. I'm like, get the ball.
Just start yelling random states.
Get away from her. Well, just the whole like
Wyoming.
what's an obscure state? Florida,
Idaho, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, Vermont.
Oh man,
I may have to do that next game.
that would be hilarious.
Mississippi.
You should just every state you could think of, man.
So dumb. This is so dumb. So I had that going on
The
today.
U.S. territory of Puerto Rico.
Guam.
Oh man, we're stupid.
So I didn't play anything because I had that going on, and then I got home and
It's weird. It's like we don't take time to play anything through the week either.
no, why? I sit here all day working.
Yeah,
I don't have time to.
So what do you? Jason should have planned something for this show.
Jason didn't realize he was going on to the show until like 30 minutes ago.
That's true.
I'm like, hey, we're recording it. Like
when I said I'm on my way, and you said, "Okay, Jason's coming on too."
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about the time I sent him a text.
Okay, that works.
I mean, we can come up with something on the fly.
We can do more of those news, just the tips thing.
We can do Urban Dictionary game.
Oh, we haven't done that in a long time.
Boy.
Jason's never done that, has he?
No.
I'm a formidable opponent. I hope you brought your A game.
God. You never know.
We both look like veterans with our gray hair.
This is true.
Yours is on top
I'm
and
getting
majestic, and mine's in my
More
beard.
gray.
And,
I don't know, man. My beard's getting pretty damn gray. It's it's short now, but I had it a little bit longer, and it was definitely.
I like it.
It's taken over.
Yeah, calm down over there, George Clooney.
Let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see if I can find 2022's Urban Dictionary words.
You got me looking like Trailer Park Santa Claus over here, and
All right. I don't know. Let's see. I'll have to pick some of these out. But in the meantime, I think we can do, if I can find it, some of the weird, like the headline stuff. Is that what you were talking about, right?
yeah, like we did last week.
Oh, no, don't want to do that. That's about Ryan Dunn.
He's been done for a long time.
Yes, he has. He is done. Dun.
Womp, womp, womp.
No,
No celebrities died this week.
not yet.
That's a first for 2022.
There's still a day left in the week,
Yeah.
depending on how you do your weeks.
Yeah. I do mine recording to recording, no matter what day it's on. When I say this week, it's from the last time we recorded.
Let's see. I've got. Did you know the first movie about the Titanic was released just 29 days after sinking? It was written and starred It was written by and starred a survivor who had a mental breakdown after the filming. The film was destroyed in a fire, and only a few stills survived. I didn't know that.
I want to see that.
Well, it's just a few stills, like a photo.
No, I know. I wish I could have seen that, I guess is what I should have said.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. A little bit interesting.
I didn't know that, but man, think of the money they could have made, especially after the movie Titanic we know.
Yeah,
came out.
it would have been great. This one is definitely for us. One of the co-founders of Alcoholics Anonymous, Bill W., asked for a whiskey on his deathbed, but was denied and died 36 years sober.
Why was he denied?
Bunch of assholes.
It's like, I'm dying. Just give me one drink, one last hurrah.
He said, nope,
No, you've been clean 36 years. Now die.
now die. Just
Wow.
you're not getting that.
When you die, are you going to get buried or cremated?
I'm going to be shot into space.
Okay. I was looking for the cheaper option. That seems like opposite of that, so
I mean,
that'd be cool, though.
Well, he's rich, you remember.
yeah, I'm rich.
Yeah, right.
He can do that stuff.
What about you? He
I'm
can't.
super rich.
He's already got the rocket.
All my cryptocurrency is down at least 50%.
Oh, dude, I got into it at the right time.
Yes, you did.
Right before it tanked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in like a couple hundos in. Everyone's like, yeah, it's low. Buy the dip, and I bought it, and then it tanked, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, apparently I bought
You
before
weren't
the
at the
dip.
bottom of the dip.
I was on the sled at the top of the hill. I just thought I was at the bottom.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am just above even right now.
Oh, I'm below even by
Yeah,
far.
you are.
Yeah,
Actually,
Jason,
I take that back. I'm way above even at this point because I found.
brag.
No. I was going through some of my old wallets that got hacked,
Oh yeah,
and I found coins and money in those wallets.
it's like finding money in the laundry.
Yeah, so I took the $4,000 and moved it to another wallet.
There you go.
Take that,
stuff
hackers.
is still so foreign to me. I'm still trying to work on figuring out what the hell.
That's why I just put in a couple $100 and was like, I guess I'll just watch it. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm still trying to figure out how
I also
paper money
bought
works.
I bought Apple and Tesla and Disney stock. No clue why. I was like, I've heard of these companies.
Yeah, I don't know why you would buy those either.
I didn't buy a lot, but I did get an email about a Disney shareholders vote thing for like board members. I was like,
Yeah,
I don't.
because you own.
I don't 0.00003124.
And guess what?
Share.
You get a say.
And they're like, you get a vote. And I like clicked on the link, and it's like, all right, vote for board chairman, blah blah blah. And it's like 3 names that I no pictures even. I was like, I'm not doing this.
No.
So, Jason, you going to get cremated or buried?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't give a fuck.
I told my wife, I was like, you take the cheapest
Whatever.
option and get the rest of that life insurance money and just live your life. Take care of the boys. Yeah, I don't care. I do want to be put into shotgun shells, though. I think that would be cool.
Just take my ashes down to the ocean and just chuck the whole urn in.
So get you cremated and then chuck the whole urn in, not just the ashes.
Yeah, just throw the whole thing
Pay
in
for
there.
a nice urn and then yeet
No, put it in a bottle
and then float
with
it.
a letter, cork it, and fling that shit out so that I can hit the plastic island.
And the letter will just be like, hey, this is a dead guy.
My name.
Wash your hands.
It'll be his name was Brandon Martelle.
Now go wash your hands.
Now go wash your hands. He had COVID.
That's what I was about to say. He died of COVID.
Yeah.
Congrats, you win.
He died of the 1918 influenza.
You look really good for your age.
Yeah,
and for having died of influenza.
I know, right? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking for some other stuff here. Since 1953, every king of Saudi Arabia has been the son of the first king, Abdulaziz. His oldest son was born in 1900 and his youngest in 1952. He has roughly 1,000 grandchildren.
He was having kids for 52 years.
That's what it says.
Good for him. Extremely virile.
Yeah.
How many wives?
One.
What? Oh man! By that that last kid that came out in 52, yeah,
That kid walked out.
that kid fell out at 3 years old.
Came out with a whiskey and a cigar and said, "What up, bitches?"
Looked like the baby on Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah,
Ugh,
Vinny.
God.
52 years of pumping out kids. No, thank you.
That's absurd.
They must have paid a ton for daycare.
Probably not. They all had milkmaids. I mean,
They all milked maids.
they all milked maids.
Lucky kids.
Oh, that one's good for us. I'm looking through Urban Dictionary as I do this. Due to their high fat and low water content, pistachios can self-heat and spontaneously combust if stored improperly.
How do we need a storm to get that to happen?
I'm ready. I want to. This is a
Because I've
science
got some
experiment.
pistachios at home, and I will do that immediately.
I think they. You can't get. I don't know. Do they come pre-cracked? Do they crack on their own?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know either.
You know, due to my high fat and low water content, when I fall, I hit the ground hard.
Yeah, you do.
It's the only thing I hit hard.
I wonder if we can make you self-implode.
I think I already have. I've got really, really tough skin.
Okay.
Just holds it all in.
The marbled crayfish is an all-female species of crayfish that is capable of cloning itself and was first discovered in a German pet store in the 1990s without any known wild population.
Okay. What? They were discovered in a pet store.
In Germany,
No wild population.
in the late 1900s,
And they cloned themselves.
and they can clone themselves.
How are they female then?
It's asexual reproduction.
But what makes them female?
Well, they probably have a vagina.
A little crayfish
both.
vagina?
They have vagina candles.
They got a little vagooter down there.
Oh, God.
A little water bug vagooter.
Yeah. I don't know.
How do they clone themselves? Does one just like pop up next
It
to one?
doesn't say. It just says they do it.
It's like if I was sitting here, it's just like, boop, oh, there's another me.
There's a little you. Fuck. It's like Gremlins.
Picture a baby me, but like my my real estate take up, but like 2 feet tall.
That's
Man,
called
that thing would be fun to kick around the yard.
all right. A boy in Pakistan was 100% immune to physical pain due to a genetic condition. He would stab his arm without flinching and walk on hot coals barefoot during street performances. He died in 2006 after jumping off the roof for a performance.
Okay, just because you don't feel the pain doesn't mean you can't die,
Can't
dummy.
die.
No.
He's like, he shot himself in the head, and he's like an X-Men.
No, it's fine.
During a performance, he committed suicide for a performance.
Basically.
Perfect. That's
Basically.
definitely what I would do.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
I'd probably just get in a lot of fights. Like, I'd go to the MMA, like, and just make money.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't hurt, I mean, you still get bumps and bruises, but it's sanctioned. They're not going to let you die. Try not to let you die.
Well, they're going to try not to.
Yeah.
But you could dislocate your shoulder.
Yeah, but you don't feel it, so just like, pop
And
it
then
back
you
in.
just kind of swing your arm around.
Pay me my tens of thousands.
Try to like a flail and just.
I would fall on ice on purpose if I didn't feel any pain.
That's
just
stupid.
because it'd be funny.
You might break something and not know it.
Yeah.
Okay. Velveeta was invented by the Monroe Cheese Company in 1923 to fix imperfect cheese wheels as they were unsellable and lost the company money. The smooth cheese food product was made with leftover cheese bits and whey, a byproduct of the cheese making process.
So they just melted all the cheese in plastic and put
Basically.
it in a mold.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Filled in all the holes on the cheese wheel.
Well, that's like eggs. People come from any other country in America and see eggs that are all bleached white, and they're like, what the?
And in the fridge.
Yeah.
We're the only country that refrigerates our eggs.
And we spray paint our oranges, and
I'm fine with that. What came first, the Keller orange or the fruit?
yes,
That's right.
you are correct.
Interesting.
The more you know.
All right. So, as we were going through
I
some
wish
of
we
this
had that sound.
interesting
The star.
facts. I can put it on here.
That would be awesome.
I could do that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that'd be
can, I
awesome.
can put it on here. I can put anything I want on here.
Yeah.
You got to get used to using them too.
Well, yeah, I got to know which one's what, so I got to write them down. Like this one is laughter.
So cheesy.
We got laugh track. We've got the rim or not rim shot, the sad trombone.
You should change
That's
that one to
trombone,
the Price is Right losing horn. Bum, 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 bum.
I might. I haven't had a chance to go in here and do any of this yet. We've got audience clapping
Also known as applause.
as applause. Yes, and then we've got rim shot.
That's awesome.
I love it. I could put our theme song on there
Why would you do that?
because then I really wouldn't have to do any post editing.
That's true. You can just hit that and then welcome to my podcast.
We just throw it in there and be done. So, all right, are you two ready
Sure.
for Urban Dictionary game?
Yeah, play the theme song. That's the Urban Dictionary theme song. It's time for Urban Dictionary with your host, Brandon Martell. Joining us today are Randy and Jason.
God.
We're going to have too much fun with that.
I got all kinds of toys to play with now.
You can put different farts on there.
I can do, but I can only got the 4, so it has to be preloaded.
You can put
prior.
4 farts on there.
I know.
Farts are always funny.
Farts and dick jokes. Anyway, all right. So the way the game is I'm going to give the word, and you guys are going to tell me what the definition of the word is.
God.
Oh,
Closest one to being correct wins a point, or
and we
not.
alternate who goes first.
or not. I may not give points out.
you both, you are both losers.
So, all right. So the first words are toxic positivity.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Jason, you're our guest, so I'll let you go first. I think I know
Am I
what it
supposed
is.
to give you the definition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tell me what toxic positivity means.
I mean, I would assume it means you are positive no matter what at all times. I don't know.
All right.
I think toxic positivity is where, like, when you're raising a kid and you tell them they're always perfect and they always do well and all this, and they grow up and expect the world to give them everything.
That would probably be a better definition.
Oh, but it's not.
But it's
so
not.
So I did not win.
No. But Jason was super close. Toxic positivity is a belief that if you just stay positive, you will overcome any obstacle to such a degree that your invalidated natural emotional response and the person having those feelings. Her toxic positivity left her friends feeling like his feelings were not important and he was overreacting. That's
The more you know.
a fucking thing. That's so yeah, Jason, you were close.
So point to Jason.
Point to Jason. All right, here we go. Sober curious.
Okay, and I got to go first on this one, don't I?
This is you.
So this is me. Sober curious is kind of like any other curious, bi-curious or whatever. It's you're wanting to know what it's like to be sober, just live a sober life, not be an alcoholic. That's my guess.
All right, Jason.
I mean, I feel like I'm in the same wavelength as him. I feel like he's probably somebody who is probably maybe a high functioning alcoholic, but yet wants to maybe see what it's like to be sober, but probably isn't that interested.
They need to add high functioning alcoholic to this definition. You guys are both like on point. Curious about staying sober for more than a few days, but not willing to not drink himself into oblivion. Yeah. I was sober last night and woke up feeling not hungover.
It's a weird feeling sometimes.
It's awesome.
So we both get a point on that?
You both get a point
so 2
on
to 1, Jason's up.
All right. One of my least favorite phrases ever. Thoughts and prayers.
You go first this time, Jason.
I don't know. It's always like what do you call it? It's like the default response when something happens to somebody on social media.
Yeah, I
don't know. It's just kind of like a cop out answer.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers.
Not that it necessarily is bad, but it's like what, or it's one of those things where it's like, what the hell else do I say right now?
Right.
Thoughts and prayers is one of those things where you put up there so people will think that you care, but you really don't pray or do anything. It's just it's like giving the hug emoji thing, the care emoji, just being like, I notice you. And that's the extent of what I'm going to do for you.
Here's my thing for you. Yeah, you're both right. An expression of indifference to tragedy intended to seem empathetic. A hollow gesture trivializing loss. Yes, I know you want action to keep shooting sprees from happening to someone else. I'll send thoughts and prayers.
That was a great example.
I know.
Oh, man.
All right.
3 to 2. Jason's up.
Who went first on that one? Jason?
Jason did.
Okay, so this one's for you. Pussy sticks.
Okay. Now I'm going to have to actually start thinking. But I don't even want to say it. It just sounds gross. So.
Pussy sticks.
Pussy sticks is like Batwing, but a female form. It's where things stick together down there and they got to kind of like unstick things.
Okay. It's like when your nutsack sticks to your leg.
Yeah, Batwing. That's what I said.
Oh. All right.
Except instead of your nutsack, it's a
like
lip.
Sticks like an object. My head just went straight to tampon.
That could be. He doesn't give anything other than the word or phrase.
Just the word and phrase. That's it.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
I tampon should be added to this as well. Another name for a jewel.
What?
A vape.
What?
Oh, the jewel.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, I
got it.
Get behind that
Because you're not really smoking.
Right.
You're a vagina.
Yeah.
Quit being a pussy. I get it.
I could get behind that.
I don't want my.
That's better than what we were thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the definition is: I don't want my integrity, bud. Put in those pussy sticks. Urban Dictionary is the best.
I love it.
All right, Jason. Green M&M. Green M&M.
This is a tough one.
Pussy sticks.
That's better.
I can't
than
even
sticks.
think of what the hell that could be. I feel like it's going to be terrible, but I don't know.
You always assume the worst. I do.
Well, something that simple, I think. Dude, I don't know.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
So here's my chance to tie it up.
There's your chance to
But I
tie it
have
up.
to get it. Green M&Ms. Isn't that the one they just recently ungendered? They removed
they?
her boots. Yeah, they took her cowgirl boots and put on tennis shoes, and everybody's like,
Does she keep the eyebrows?
I
and
don't
the
know.
eyelashes?
Do you think I Googled it even?
I don't know. You brought it up.
I heard
I didn't even
about
know
it.
they did that.
Yeah. Green M&M is a booger that you eat.
No.
Good, because that would have grossed me out.
You're both. Well, Jason
yeah,
didn't
you
give
just-
an answer, so he can't be wrong.
Didn't give you anything yet.
So, a green M&M. The hottest, most fuckable, fattest, pussy-lipped owning candy out there. She has huge dominatrix vibes and won't hesitate to put a strap on or strap out to spice things up. The green M&M is the hottest M&M and has been our sexual awakening, and we don't even know it.
Hey, first off, I've never once thought, man, I would love to bang that cartoon candy. Secondly,
The example sentence is so much better, though.
I prefer the yellow M&M myself. I think he's kind of cute.
Okay, well, he's just the big peanut one.
He's got a big old nut.
Okay. Man, I just want that green M&M to peg me and spit on me.
My God.
How could you not have guessed that, Jason?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's just
Right.
so glaringly obvious.
Now that I just scrolled down, I see it's a slang. It's an 80 milligrams of Oxycontin. Also,
Well, that's way different.
yeah, that's
That's a much different definition.
That's way different.
I'd be afraid to ask anybody for a green M&M.
It's a good thing that I only do the first
Right.
definition.
The
they
safe
give us.
one.
Yeah, that's always the safest one.
Just say no to drugs, kids. Say yes to green M&Ms.
Okay, so I don't even know what that one is. We may end it with this one. Okay, COVID Dutch oven. Randy.
Well, I know what a Dutch oven is. It's when you fart and pull the blanket over your partner's head and all that.
Yep.
So this is going to be a COVID Dutch oven where you have COVID and you pull the blankets up and cough. I guess, like,
Thing I could think of.
yeah, that's it. That's what I'm
Okay.
throwing out there.
Jason.
I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense to me. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Well, Jason's going to win because we just guess the same and he's up.
Right.
What's the definition?
And you're both wrong. So, burping into your COVID-19 mask and smelling your own breath, requiring you to marinate in the burp juice. Jim. Yo, did you taste that burp? Might be a gnarly COVID Dutch oven under there. You damn right.
God,
So stupid.
That's so dumb.
I know.
the dumbest thing ever.
That was an anti-mask person trying to make a funny joke and failing miserably. That's what that was.
I don't write them.
I didn't say you did.
I know.
I'm not blaming you for it.
Oh, I know. I know.
Terrible.
Oh, I don't know all right, that's the last one. That last one was D Hilly, and I don't know who the fuck that is. Apparently,
I don't know.
I don't know what they are. Oh, I forgot about this. I do have one more. I take it back. There is one more. Deja Poo.
It's Jason's turn first.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what it?
Deja.
I don't know. Shit in the same place, same time, same style. I don't know.
I like it.
I mean, I'm along the same lines. It's where you take a dump and you swear you've had that dump before. The feel, the smell, the location,
That's
everything.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
The eerie, inescapable feeling that this shit has happened to you before.
Well,
Man, serious deja vu. I know this is the exact same shit has happened to me before.
God.
I love it. This is so
I hope
good.
people from the Bourbon Hunters hear about us and listen to this one first.
I know. They're like, what the fuck?
We'll elevate some of them mofos.
They'll be like, they don't even drink whiskey on that show.
Not true.
Not true.
I am.
Randy is having an
true.
old fashioned right now.
I am.
Yeah.
I made him one to try to, numb the pain of falling down.
It has not worked. You should make me about 4 more.
I'm not going to do that.
I know you're not. Oh, yeah.
So, how's the pool business going?
Busy.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it really is always steady. It hasn't been as wild lately, but I don't know. It's weird. Like, I still haven't quite got a grasp of like the kind of like the up and down of everything. But like, like it's cooler now. You would think we'd be busier because people wouldn't care if they're in the pool. But like,
Right.
I don't know. It's kind of like all over the place. We were crazy busy in the summertime. And maybe that's, it could also be that things back up because it's so damn hot because a lot of I know it's a lot harder to work outside because your tools are 100 degrees and things like that, just from my end. And then the interior guys we have, like, there's nothing to really shade them from the sun to being in one place for 3 hours or 5 hours, whatever it takes to put interior in. So then obviously jobs will back up. So
isn't there like a gigantic tent or something you could put up to?
I'm sure there's probably something they could do, but they already have like all this, they probably got a few hundred feet of this, it's basically all this string that it looks like a bunch of trapeze ropes and shit or whatever, like because that's how they hang the tools to keep them out of the pool.
Okay.
And so they already have that stuff all over the place. I'm sure they could probably put up some kind of shade.
Sounds like I need to work on something here. Create some sort of tent that has like ways to hang tools off of the inside of it that can easily be put up and taken down.
I can pitch a tent.
I feel like you could probably do it if they wanted to carry around a big easy up tent. Something like what we had over Pit Lane, like something like that. Because most of the pools are like 15 by 30. So, you could probably get away with just a really big pop-up tent, which I'm actually surprised they don't do stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't know. But it's just always something, even if it's just small stuff. And everything's so spread out here that, you can, if I got to go to 3 or 4 or 5 different places, I could take up all day. Plus, trying to find parts and stuff now anymore is almost impossible.
Right. Well, Intel's going to fix all of that for us, and they're coming to Ohio.
Yeah, I heard.
I think New Albany annexed like 3,000 acres.
Yeah.
For New Albany to build a factory up there.
I believe it.
Everybody else in Ohio is excited about it. New Albany residents are pissed.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, something's got to happen, man, because you can't get anything. And Pentair really shit the bed, man. You can't get anything of their stuff. Like, we went back to doing using Jandy stuff now and other automation and everything because it's the only stuff you can get. So Pentair really shit the bed on that stuff.
I didn't even know Pantera was still a band.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is I got to pull at the right time.
You did, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can't find anything, man. It's crazy.
I can't wait to get my pool back open. We were gonna
should open it now.
No,
I'll go walk on it.
No.
In fall,
right through the ice and the cover and everything else.
Now take the cover back.
The cover will hold a baby elephant supposedly, but I don't want to test that theory.
I was going to say, what's a baby elephant weigh? Because
I don't want to test that theory. No, we were hoping, and I'm looking forward to getting my pool back.
Did they
open.
market it to you that way?
No, that's just what they show for that cover company.
That's what I mean.
I didn't buy the cover; it came with the.
No, but that's what the company that makes it markets. It'll hold a baby elephant.
Yeah, they show a baby elephant standing.
Well, that's good since we have those roaming all over Ohio.
I know.
Could you be more irrelevant?
I think they're just doing it to prove it can hold weight.
Why not be like you could park a Volkswagen on it or something? Like
I don't know, because maybe
something we can print more than a baby elephant.
Because where I live, I don't see a Volkswagen driving through my backyard and landing in the pool. Could, but
you used to have one.
I did.
Didn't have the pool then.
Didn't have the pool, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the pool open again this year. We were looking to build a shelter house. Mm-hmm. So like a three. I just wanted a building that had 3 walls on it. I got a quote from one of the companies around here for that, and they told me $70,000 to $80,000
for a running shed.
For basically a running shed.
It's a running shed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I'm like 6 posts, and you want to charge me? Nah, nope. That's a house. I can build a house for that.
Seriously, yeah.
You're ridiculous. Well, I've got another guy who is basically about half the price for the same thing, but he wants to do all this other shit. And I'm like, I don't need like all the hand carved. Like he wants to do all this hand carved stuff, and I'm like, you can do that. I'm not paying for that. Like I just want.
You want to do it for free?
Yeah, I just want a basic like.
Just a shelter.
$15,000.
Yeah.
Build me. I just want 4 walls, like 6 posts, 3 walls,
and a roof.
And a roof. and just done. And everybody wants to do all this fancy bullshit, and so I'm waiting on one more guy to get back to me to see what he's going to charge me, and then go from there. But I think at this point I'm going to have to wait if it's going to cost me $40,000 on the high side.
That's insane,
to
man.
Get a fucking 16 by 24 shed, essentially just a shed.
Not even a shed. It's only got 3 walls.
Well, yeah.
It's 3/4 of a shed.
Well, it's got one gigantic open door that's always open.
Then that's not a door.
It's a missing wall.
Right.
But anyhow, so I was hoping to have. Well, I'm a little irritated about it. I was hoping that I would be able to get that done in like April, May, and then I could repipe all of my plumbing for the pool up to the roof of that, and try to do like a redneck style pool heater and use the sun to heat those black pipes. But I guess I'm just going to have to build that on the ground. Not happy about it.
It'll be okay.
I need to heat my pool. That fucker's cold.
First world problems.
I know. That's what this show's all about.
Yeah,
Welcome to the First World Problems
pools are
podcast.
expensive.
That's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's way too expensive.
Everything's done now.
Yeah,
I know.
it's very expensive either way. You're
Thanks,
either paying a lot in gas or propane, or like heat. I don't know. Heat pumps are okay, but they're not that great.
Nah, eventually I'm gonna switch over to a geothermal system for the house, and I'm just gonna have them put in a shut-off valve inside so that I can heat the pool with the geothermal system, so I can just do it that way. But I'm still like at least 2 years out on that.
Yeah,
I think. I don't even know, because I mentioned it to Liz, and she's like, "Yeah, we'll get to it." I'm like, "Well, we're like 14 years on our HVAC system, and it's only really probably good for 15 years." So she was like, "Okay, we'll deal with it when the time comes." I'm like,
when it happens.
yeah, it'll be negative 20 fucking degrees when that happens, and we won't be able to do what we want to do. It'll be awesome. Let's do it.
We're all going to get blown up anyway.
Oh, God, I can't wait. Thanks, Obama.
God.
Blame him for everything.
Putin, if you're listening, don't send nukes.
Putin, if you're listening, quit trying to talk about banning cryptocurrency. That's why the market dropped.
Yeah. That's not bueno.
Yeah, dick. And then he bought up a bunch of coins and
Right.
then said, "Oh, by the way, cryptocurrency mining is probably really good for Russia's economy." What an asshole.
And we know you're
guys just have
listening.
nothing better to do.
Well, I know he's listening, because
We've got one listener in Russia.
it's got to be
And he's the
Putin.
only one allowed, so.
So, I mean, anyway. You buy a new car yet? Or another
Me?
car? Yeah. You go get your Miata. God, go get that Miata.
I just have the truck, but I've been looking. I don't know what I want to do. I guess it'll depend heavily on what I end up doing this year with racing, but I don't know, because part of me kind of wants to go tinker around, but to do stuff in like NASA out here, which like that's more. I think that's bigger, and I don't even know if SCCA really. I don't know if it's the same. I haven't paid too much attention to it, but NASA seems to be the most prevalent one now, and you got to go through, like, and especially now, like last year, they did almost everything just in our little region, because they're like broken up into different regions. There's one close to you guys, there's one out here, there's one all over the place. But now they're doing what they call these crossover events. So like, there's like at least they only do, I think, like one track day a month, and now I don't know, half a dozen of them are in other states now. So it's like they're going to go to California to this Chuckwalla track, and then they're going to go to Laguna Seca one time and all this stuff, which that stuff's all fine and good, and a couple in Colorado. But it's like you got to get their license to be able to go road race with everybody. Like you got to go through their DE program first. So it's like it'd be an awful lot of traveling just to take like some learners courses and shit, and then you got to do their competition school in October. So I don't know. I'm always looking all the time, but I mean, the Miata is the easiest way to go, to just go out and have fun. But like, I don't know. I wasn't impressed by the group of guys that I kind of met and some that I dealt with online when I sold the car that I did have and sitting in the garage. When I started racing last year, I was like, well, I'm not going to get to this, so I'll just get rid of it. And they're like super weird about it. Was like I was like some car flipper that was trying to take advantage of their group. I'm like, you guys are all like mid 40s, 50s, maybe some younger guys that like your whole life now is like racing Miatas around like a road course. You're not driving Lamborghinis, but they're like, this group was like the biggest group of tools that I've ever like talked to. Like it was ridiculous.
Which that makes zero sense to me that they act that way. But what about a Fiero?
Well, those usually catch fire, don't they?
I don't know. I mean,
you can race anything you want, honestly. They have the way in like NASA set up is like you can just be like what they call like a time trial or a time attack, where like you can just build whatever car you want and then you can chase lap records, every time you go to the track. You don't actually have to road race. But they have these little mini endurance races that I think are like 6 hours. Sometimes you can do, but then like if you want to do spec racing, it's just the easiest way to get into a group where the cars are spec to a specific set of rules. It's basically like a very hometown version of like SRO. Like, Jeff's cars are bound by certain rules. You're allowed to do setup changes and stuff to it, but you can't touch the engine, can't touch this, can't have any of this other stuff on it. Like this is what you get, So the difference is that you're racing against different manufacturers, where the spec classes for NASA, they're either like all Miatas or it's the old E30 BMWs, or they have a spec E36, spec E46. Like American Iron is like, it's all like Camaros and Mustangs and maybe Challengers and stuff. But like the most popular is the spec Miata, where they have like 30 cars at a time. So if you really want to go road racing, it's pretty fun. But it's like some of these guys are just complete toolboxes, man. Like,
I think you should get into 24 hours of Le Mans or Lemons.
The Lemons, that's hilarious.
I've been watching.
I actually think it would be pretty cool. I looked into it actually probably 4 years ago or so before I even moved out here, because I was just like trying to think of something to do, and so it probably would be kind of neat. But you definitely got to you got to put a team together, because you're going for the most laps in that amount of time. So you got to have guys that are willing to drive.
Yeah,
and you got to fix it,
and you got to hope that they don't crush your car.
Yeah,
that was one of the things that I realized like a couple years ago. Like they do that event, and middle of the event, they'll just pull all the cars out and just randomly choose somebody to crush it, just because they don't want people putting you can put as much money into a car as you want.
Yeah.
But, you put $15,000 into making a car fast, and they're just going to be like, off to the crusher. Now you're out $15,000.
Yeah.
But, so I did have.
I would just want something that was decent. That you could go out and have a good time with. It'd be cool to win, but I just think being out there and doing that and seeing how well you can do it, I think would be fun.
Like a Geo Metro.
Yeah.
It's got more doors than cylinders.
Yeah, for real.
Or the Geo Storm. Do you remember the Geo Storm?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ford Probe.
The Geo Storm was like an all-wheel drive turbo 3-cylinder. Thing was
86 horsepower.
Crazy.
Dude, those engines are so small too, man. Somebody had a Geo Metro. I don't remember who it was, but it was when I was working at a dealership. It was forever ago. And man, this is a little baby motor.
Oh yeah.
There's so much room in that engine bay.
There's so
nothing to them. Yeah.
So I did have a question about. So you mentioned Jeff's car, and with that whole SRO thing, so you can't mess. So you can't mess with the engine. Can you mess with the engine management, like the fueling and stuff?
There's to a certain extent, yeah. There's stuff that they do with Motec and with engine maps and things, but it's already. I'm pretty. I don't know that it's pre-programmed. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know exactly how all the rules go, but I do know that there's stuff just even on their steering wheel where you can change traction control and ABS, and they have engine map stuff that they can change based on like whatever's going on. But I would assume somehow that stuff all has to play within the rules.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as anything else, though, I mean, it's basically, you're racing the car as is. Like if the engine, whether it blows up or something's just wrong with it or whatever, like you change the whole thing. Like you're not allowed to take certain things off of it or whatever. Like you just basically swap it out.
Right. Well, and
because it has to stay sealed.
That leads me to my next question is, so you've got, we'll just use Lamborghini and we'll just say it's 500 horsepower. And then you've got Ferraris out there that are, I don't know, we'll just say stock 600 horsepower just for using numbers. And then you've got Mercedes who have the AMG GTs out there, and those are, I don't know, 450 horsepower. They don't try to equal that out when it comes.
Well, they do. Because they, those Lambos are capable of a hell of a lot more than what they go track with. I think when they're in track form, they're between 5 and 550. But they do what they call a balance of power assessment. And I haven't gone too deep into the weeds on exactly everything they do, but one of the things is they put restrictors. They look like these little trumpet horn things that you put on the throttle bodies.
Okay.
Things like that to kind of, choke off some of the intake air. I'm sure there's stuff where they detune the engine a little bit because I'm almost positive those things are worth at least a couple hundred more horsepower.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen
they're
crazy 1,000 horsepower.
Because the street car, but they're just the street car engines, and I think if you look there, I think most of the street Huracans are way more than they're probably, I don't know, probably 600-700. Maybe that could be a little bit too high, but but if you go on to Lamborghini, you can look at their GT3 car and it'll tell you all the specs, exactly what it has.
Oh, okay.
But so you can see what a street car Huracan is versus, and like, so obviously that GT3 car is based off of the street car, but then you also have in IMSA, you have Super Trofeo, which is its own series, which is like very close to a street car. It looks way more like a street Huracan. And I don't know what those are, if those are detuned or to a certain amount, I would assume they are.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at now says 640 CV at 8,000 RPM, but I don't know what
whatever
CV
that
is.
Converts over to. But they just try to balance out. So all those cars have to be what they call homologated. So like you're only allowed to race certain models, and that's just how NASA is too. Like I've been looking a lot at like the BMWs, like the E36s and 46s. The 46s are more prevalent now. A lot of 36s, at least around here, aren't really available. But like you can only have certain model years, or you can have model years past that, but then like the ECU has to get reprogrammed to be, the software from one that's like 3 years. It has to be a certain engine map, so that way everybody's stuff is the same. But like you can only race if you go on SRO's website. It'll tell you what cars you can have and when those cars are legal until like this is the last year. If somebody wanted to race the GT3 Viper, like things like that, like then starting in 2023, those things will no longer be legal to race them. So
okay.
Lamborghini's got a new Evo package coming out next year that's going to change the way the cars look and handle and all that other kind of stuff. But they just do this balance of power thing where it depends on. They try to level them out as best they can, whether it's with aero or engine power or whatever, to then make it all about the drivers. But I don't think it's necessarily super, super accurate, because I know that I've heard people, and we had issues with, with our car where it was like the Porsches were like massively outperforming Lamborghinis and things like that, or somehow we're missing straight line speed. But then like the Lambos, you can blow by people in the corners because those things are just aero all the way from tip to tail. But then as soon as you get out in the open air, you're like screwed, on a straightaway or something. So there's things I think they kind of want to change, but it's just like everything else. You got a set of rules and you got to work within them and you just got to figure it out, so.
Got to find every loophole. Break the rules.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the steering wheel and I don't see a button for the horn, but it has a Wi-Fi button on it.
Yeah, there's no button for the horn.
But there's one for Wi-Fi.
Yes?
Yeah.
Is it yellow? It's probably the radio button.
It's the radio button.
I was going to say, I don't think there's a Wi-Fi on there.
As I was looking, I'm like, oh, there's one for drink, though. There's what's that, number 2? Yeah, it just says drink. So
Drink
that
bottle,
means
yeah.
you can drink while you're driving.
Yeah.
Does it make you a drink?
It might,
Kind of like in the Santa
It would
Claus
be
where it gets the
kinda
hot
cool.
cocoa in the sleigh.
but it has a built-in alarm too. Uh-oh. I think we may have lost Jason briefly.
Waiting.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Rose. He'll come back. Yeah,
Baby, come back.
I want a steering wheel. I just want the steering wheel,
Just the wheel?
so I can put it in a.
You can probably just
In a
order a
showcase.
steering wheel for like $12,000.
Yeah, I'm not paying that much. Maybe I can find one of these wrecked in the junkyard downtown.
Then it only costs you $11,000.
I'll just be like, I'll pay $1 to get into Pick and Pull.
Because that's where those things
'Cause
are.
that's where it's going to end up. And I'll have, steering wheel cost me $5.
There
Like,
you
it's
go.
a steering wheel.
Yeah, it's
What's
just
it
a
off of?
steering wheel.
Toyota.
Obviously, it's an import.
There he is. He is back.
Look who's back.
What happened?
I don't know.
You hung up on us.
It said waiting, and then you disappeared.
I got a big. Well, look, it's still.
You got a big what?
Can you see that? It was like call failed, and it just kicked me out. I was like, what the hell?
I don't know. That's on your end. Did your internet go out?
Who knows, man?
I was just telling Randy that I want one of the racing wheels. Oh, well, hey, look, now we got two Jasons.
I like it.
There might be an echo if you talk, though. Oh,
Double,
one's
double
frozen.
your enjoyment.
Hang on, let
Double,
me see.
double our pleasure.
Now they're both gone.
Technology is grand.
I love it.
We got the recording straightened out. Now Jason can't figure out how to FaceTime.
At the end of the show.
Well, thanks for listening.
Look,
I'm gonna leave. I don't know. My must be my computer.
that's all right.
That's all right.
Anyway,
That's all right.
I was
But,
telling Randy I was going to
anyway,
run down
yeah.
to the local junkyard to get me one of these racing wheels. I figure if I go to Pick and Pull, it'll cost me $1 to get in. The steering wheel's got to be about $5. And if I'll just tell them it's off a Toyota. They've got to have several of
Yeah.
them down there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. Yeah, I think those. I want to. I have the sheet somewhere. The actual price list from all the parts for the car. I want to say that steering wheel's like $10,000 or something like that.
I was close.
You
I
were
guess
close.
12.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm almost.
Now I definitely need to find it at the
Almost
junkyard for
100%
$5.
positive. Yeah. Well, it's what is that? Fanatec or Fanatic? I never knew how to say that. But they're the ones that make that. And I think you even have to buy the sticker. I don't even think it comes with the sticker. But
The steering wheel's $150, but that sticker that really elevates the
Yeah.
price.
yeah, I'll look here while we're talking.
It's only a sticker about this big. It's about the size of a dime.
Nice.
Yeah, and it doesn't stay on either. I had I don't know where
Why do you have a
it's at. It might been
$10,000
walking.
steering wheel with a sticker on it? What is the sticker?
I don't know. It must be. Well, I don't know if that's like a general steering wheel type, and then you just put on whatever, or maybe it varies by the car. But I have the.
Ooh, I
I'll
wonder
have to
what they
find
have.
it. I was just looking.
I have like $100 and some to Jegs and a gift card. I wonder what they have there.
Oh, Jags has all kinds of. It's basically like I call it like a watered down version of Summit.
You get a knockoff Momo.
Oh, I used to have a Momo
Of course you
steering
did.
wheel. I actually liked it. It was nice. It was a flat bottom.
That was like what everybody wanted back then.
I know.
Yeah, so like, can you see this?
Yeah, I
like
see
you
it.
can buy the sticker for the center console and the steering wheel.
That's
Jesus, that's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
It's crazy.
What's that cost? Does it say?
It is
That's what I'm looking at now.
$9,999, and the steering wheel is actually just $1.
Just $1.
But you have to have the
Yeah.
sticker to go with it. It's the only way it'll function.
I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Is it at least a scratch and sniff sticker?
Yeah.
No.
That's amazing.
When you wreck, you're
It
gonna,
Your
feels
face
like
smacks
it,
it.
but it's not.
You
Yeah,
smell the blood running out of your nose?
it smells like copper.
yeah, it feels like it is, but it's definitely not.
Like I'm just looking through like photos of steering wheels. I just want to put it in a case.
This is fantastic.
I just want to put it in a case.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy them. To my knowledge, you can buy them just for yourself.
Yeah, but I don't have 10. I don't want to drop 10
It's a
grand.
lot of.
Like I want.
No, it would be a stupid amount. Of
I mean,
money.
a steering wheel is only worth $5 to me. That's all a steering wheel's
Sure.
worth.
until you don't have one.
And yeah, well,
Then it's worth a whole lot more.
that's why I need a replacement one in my house. So when someone steals the one out of my truck, I just walk down there and put a new one on.
It is pretty common to have an old Toyota FJ steering wheel stolen. I hear that happens often.
And you get a better chance of stealing like catalytic converters. That shit's been happening a lot.
People, I heard people. Well, that's what I was gonna say. I heard people are starting to do that again out here.
Yeah, well, there's good money in it. Like I had when I had my A4, I swapped out the exhaust on it and put a 3-inch catless system on it from the turbo back, and so I had this stock cat sitting around. I reached out to a company that buys catalytic converters out in Jersey, and they paid me $1,200 for it and paid for shipping.
Holy shit!
I'm like, shit, no wonder people are stealing them. I mean, you get a couple of those and you're good. You're set.
Yeah, I mean, it could do you for a whole month.
Yeah, so if I end up keeping the FJ around for another 750,000 miles, I may put a new exhaust on it.
How many miles do you have on that thing?
276,000. The goal is to try to hit 1 million miles on it.
You have to actually drive.
I do.
Not as much as you used to.
Not as much as I used to. But yeah, I think it's actually starting to fall apart now.
Probably because it's sitting too much.
No, I mean, I still drive it every day.
Yeah, but you're not driving as far.
Well, I'm not driving it up to Easton every day, but I'm driving it just as much. I mean, I'm still driving down to the gym and back and to the store and to pick up this kid over there and drive to the other side of the county to get this kid from that person's house. And
Fun times.
yeah. So, I mean, I'm still driving it.
Time.
But, yeah, it's just so old, and I mean, it's my fault. I didn't really take care of it. I just kind of was like, it's a truck. Drive it.
Well, I mean, if it's still going that well, I mean, it can't be that bad.
The engine's squeaky. Like, you turn it on, you hear one of the fans just like, week, 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 week. I was like, all right, I got a squeaky fan. I've never replaced the belts.
That's awesome.
Really?
Ever. I've never replaced the belts on.
I mean, I always hear that Toyotas are like almost no maintenance.
We sold.
But
Mom got a 2009 Camry. We drove it from I want to say 15 or 16 until about 2018. Sold it. The girl that's driving now lives just down the street from us. It's totally rust free. Has over 300,000 on it now, I believe. It has never had one major repair done.
Yeah, I mean, Toyotas, that's why I ended up getting Liz another Toyotas, because we've had such good luck with this one.
I almost looked into getting, the smaller one, the Tacoma, just to dick around for work.
Good luck.
Yeah, now they're
They're $80,000 if you can find them new.
Yeah,
60 to $80,000 for a freaking Tacoma.
Yeah.
It's
Well, everything's that much. It's like the truck I bought. I mean, it was like to get one that was pretty stripped out now was like almost impossible.
Yeah.
For it to not cost like a fortune.
And that's the problem. Like, I don't like that everything costs a fortune right now.
Yeah. Definitely
It's really
not the time to buy.
Well, I was looking at, I was on Bring a Trailer the other day. This is, and by the other day, I mean a couple weeks ago. A guy had an FJ on there, and he sold it for $81,000. Like, my style.
Was it super clean with low miles?
Super clean with 63 miles.
Yeah, there you go.
63, not 6,300. 63. That's it. 63 miles.
So there was a Jeep like the one I bought Beth, that limited 14,000 ever made.
Yeah.
Went on there. Granted, it had lower miles than ours, but it was really clean. Had like, I want to say 50-something thousand. This is a 98 Grand Cherokee, 5.9 liter. They only made 14,000 of them ever 1 year. It sold for over $25,000.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Insane. Yeah. A Lincoln like mine sold for that. I told Beth, I was like, we need to sell both our vehicles. Just make bank.
Well, that's what friends of mine were telling me. They're like, you just need to put your FJ on there and see what you get. I'm like, well, if I don't...
You probably get quite a bit.
I said, in order for me to be happy with selling it, I would have to get at least 30 out of it. I said, and I don't think I would get 30 out of it. They're like, why do you want 30? I said, because it's an absolutely ridiculous number for a 15-year-old vehicle that has 275,000 miles on it.
And that's what you want.
I said, that's what I want.
Well, plus you sell that, what are you going to get?
I don't need anything right now.
True. Just have one vehicle?
I just have one vehicle for the time being.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't want anything. I want a Tacoma as a truck, but I want another Audi or maybe a Mercedes. I'm still trying to figure out how I can get this G550 that's down at this service lot or the service station down here. There's a service station. They have a Mercedes G550, so it's like maybe like a early 2000s G-Wagon essentially that has a busted out passenger window, and I want it, and I want to put like a Cadillac 600 horsepower twin turbo V8 in it, just for shits and giggles. I want to make my own AMG version of it.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that maybe like some of the headlights or body panels would match up from like the new G63s, so that I can just kind of get the LED rings and some of the fenders and some of the other stuff and make it look a little better. But Liz is like, you're not doing that. I've already been told I'm not doing it. I'm like, I need a project. I need something to work on.
That's where I'm at right now, man. Like I'm kind of in the mode where I sort of want to buy like a toolbox and start putting all my stuff back together for my garage and then find something to build. But it's like, I don't really know what that would be. And everything is ridiculously expensive.
Yeah. I've got so many ideas on things to build. I just don't have, I mean, I'm rich. I'm just not that rich.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm white trash rich. I'm just not Bill Gates rich.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. Like millions of dollars, billions of dollars difference. But I'm trying.
Well, you can buy, I found it. You can buy the steering wheel for $11,405.
That's it.
I was really close.
I can go get that out of my couch.
If you have a race team, you can get a 38% discount. The sticker is only $58 though.
Might have to.
I'll take a sticker. Just stick it on the fridge.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Can I get it in magnet form?
Go get you like a Chevy
make it a
steering wheel
magnet.
from Pick and Pull and then wrap that sticker around it. It's fine.
You can make it a magnet.
That way I can just peel it off and stick it on. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Now I'm looking at a rendering of the inside of a Hurricane GT3, and it looks nothing like the interior of Jeff's car. Like it's super, like Jeff's car, not that it's clean. Like everything in this rendering is clean. Like there's no wires, everything's hidden.
Yeah, I think some of that shit you have to add, like all the radio stuff and everything else. And
that's supplied by SRO, right?
And some of it, well, they supply it, but you have to pay for it, obviously.
Okay.
There's things like the Lumerank, things that are up in the corner passenger side. It says like the name and the name and like your, the place.
Okay, gotcha.
Things like that. There's some GPS things that you have to put on there.
I just found a carbon fiber Fanatec steering wheel, and the slogan for the it's not even a steering wheel. It's more like a yoke. It just says "Shift got real." It's actually for a McLaren GT3 V2, but
yeah,
I mean, I'll take a McLaren. I don't care where the steering wheel comes from.
We just need to get some people together, man. We could race in touring car. Audi came out with an R3 something or other. It's like a legit race car. I think it's like $130,000 or something like that.
That's it. Shit.
And you can go.
That's almost as cheap as the steering wheel.
You could do touring car.
I actually like watching. I used to watch touring car all the time.
Yeah.
Now we have to look.
Yeah, they have some pretty neat stuff. Like I think it's called an R3 LMS or something like that. Whatever it is, it's like a brand new car they just put out for TC this year.
Okay. Yeah, the R3 LMS.
So, yeah.
Actually, this bastards. That's pretty. That's like a wide body and.
Yeah. But man, that new, I know it's like the factory wrap thing that they put on it when they build it, but like the Evo 2 of the R8, is
Yeah.
pretty wicked.
I like that one.
That thing is way cool.
I like that. I like this wrap that they have on here too, because they wrap the tires also.
Yeah.
Like the tires have the same ridiculous wrap on them.
Yeah.
And it's got a yoke for a steering wheel. So I can just take the steering wheel and run, and then you guys just have to figure out, how to drive the damn thing.
Just share a pair of channel locks, man.
Perfect.
There you
Channel
go.
locks with some vice grips. There you go. That's what I meant to say. Vice grips. Just clamp them on and spin it.
I wouldn't be the first time I drove a vehicle like that.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Just got a square socket on the back end. It's got a few electrical connections on it, but you don't need that
You
shit.
don't need none of that.
Just,
I mean, as long as it's got a stick shift and a gas pedal, I don't even need the clutch.
yeah,
I'll just go.
Yeah.
Be
Fuck it,
awesome.
man. Yeah, just hit it and go.
Yeah, that's what I used to do in my old GTI.
Just hit it and go.
Just hit it and
That's what I
go.
used to do in college.
Doubt that.
I definitely did not do that in college. I don't understand what that even means.
Beth would have hit it and go too. All right, let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jason, thanks for being on the show.
Anytime, man.
I need to get back to drinking again.
You
Well, you got a
ain't
couple
much
days,
fun
right?
since you quit drinking.
Horrible. What was that, Jason?
I said you got a couple days, right? You say you're in dry January.
Oh, no. Now we're into the
Some fitness
gym's
crap.
doing the nutrition thing. And
Oh,
there's
boy.
$150 on the line, and I am
That ain't worth it.
I am.
You're
God.
too rich to worry about $150.
That's how I got rich.
Let some poor do
I was
it.
gonna say.
That's
I
how
knew
it-
that was coming.
That's how I got rich.
I took that and bought Doge with
Yep.
it.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I won the very first competition they did, and I got a pair of shoes out of it. This time they put up $150. I'm like, I am not going to let anybody beat me again, because I lost the second one, and Liz should have won it, as far as I'm concerned. But this one, I'm like, I'm not gonna let anybody beat me. I will sauna suit the shit out of this body. I will eat all the carrots and celery that I need to. I will scrub my asshole with a celery stick just to reduce weight.
I think in order to lose weight, you have to change up your habits.
Yeah, I have. Actually, I didn't have to really change my habits. I just had to.
Celery up the butt ain't different for you, though.
Just go carnivore, man.
Well,
Just eat nothing but meat, a little bit of
And
some
drink
greens
X-Lax.
here so you can still shit.
well, the problem
Yeah.
the problem is like it's all this regulated shit. So you gotta eat like 5 to 6 cups of vegetables for maximum points for the day. You can do 1 or 2, but you only get like a point for that. You can do 2 to 3 or 3 to 4. You get 2 points for that. You can do 5 to 6. You get 3 points for that. You got to drink at least half your body weight in ounces of water. That's no big deal. I do that anyway.
Yeah. That's pretty typical.
So really,
I
the
would
only
drown
thing
if I tried to drink half my body weight in water.
probably.
That's too much water.
Probably. I mean, the only thing I really changed was upping the veggie intake. I'm really bad at just about eating vegetables in general,
Yeah.
but because I'd rather just eat just red meat and die of colon cancer.
Colon cancer.
Yeah, not the red meat. So, but I feel like I'm already down. I weighed in at 227. My goal is to try to get to 200.
Yeah.
So
That's
200
I'm shooting for the same thing.
206 weeks. That's the goal.
You can do it.
27 pounds in 6 weeks. We'll see.
That's
And
a
then
lot.
I know it is. Well, the first time
That's a lot.
around, I went from like 240 to 242 to like 227. And then we took time off, and I was up to like 230 and then down to 215. And that was like 18 weeks.
Yeah.
So, because we did 2 of them at 6 weeks apiece, and there was like a 2-week interval in between them. So, I think I can do it. Like I said, I'll sauna suit. I'll do whatever I need to do just to make sure that everybody knows that I'm going to win this, because I am fucking ruthlessly competitive when it comes to
Because I'm better than you.
I'm just
and I know
Yeah.
it.
I'm just
I
secretly
know it, yeah.
ruthlessly competitive, and I do not let that show at the gym at all.
Never.
I don't. Like, one guy was like,
Yeah.
he made a comment. I just got done with the workout, and he was in the workout also, and he's a newer guy, so he's got super high expectations of what he can achieve in a workout. And I think I finished the workout in like a good 4 minutes before he did. And he just walks over. He's like, man, I was trying to keep up with you. He goes, but I'm like, dude,
You can't.
I said, but here's the thing. I can't keep up with me either. I said, so you're still working. I said, I'm laying on the floor fucking dying. Like, I can't breathe. I can't move. I said, and you got done and you walked away. I said, and I'm laying on the floor, like, heaving. And he's like, oh, yeah, I did notice that. I'm like, uh-huh.
Pace it out.
I can't keep up with me either.
Yeah.
It's not the first one. He's not like the first person to say that at the gym. I'm like, don't try to keep up with me.
I never tried to keep up with you.
I can't keep up with me either.
Even when I was in good for me shape, I didn't try to keep up with you.
Yeah, it was. But
everybody takes off, and I would just be like rowing my own little pace or jogging. You know, everybody sprinting.
Here I come. But like, there's a couple new guys at the gym that have. They're not egotistical. They're happy-go-lucky. And they are just like, I'm doing this thing now.
They're toxically positive.
Maybe. They're just like, I'm doing this thing now. I'm doing this workout thing, and I got it, and I'm going to... And then it's just like, oh, yeah, I was definitely trying to keep up with you. And I'm just like, I got 10 years of experience of efficiency under my belt. I know all the little tricks.
Yep.
I never rushed a workout.
Oh.
They'd be like, AMRAP, and I'd be like, that just means I finished last. I don't
did
care.
a round.
I don't care.
I got 4 movements.
Yeah. You got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see where I get.
Anyway, all right. I said I was going to shut it down, and then I started talking again.
Yeah, shut up.
No.
Okay.
Do it again if I want to.
Welcome to the Buckhorn
All right.
Podcast.
Jason, thanks for being on the show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Pleasure.
Yep.
Check us out on Instagram, maybe Facebook. Oh, you can now listen to the show on Facebook directly through Facebook timeline.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so now we're on Spotify, Podbean, Google, Amazon, Apple, Facebook.
You can download us on LimeWire.
We're everywhere. Yeah,
Napster.
Yeah,
LimeWire.
everything.
We are in Yahoo chat rooms, Yahoo Euchre.
Make sure if you download on LimeWire, you don't get the one that has like all the X's and stuff after the file name.
We have ICQ.
Oh, well, I miss ICQ. Anyway, all right. For Jason and Randy, I'm Martelle. We're out.
Peace.
See you later.